What's up, witches? I'm Casey. Welcome to Bewitching Beauty. Before we jump into it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment down below. If you want to be notified about my future videos, don't forget to hit that bell next to the subscribe button. So today, obviously, we are working on another installment of my Harry Potter Hogwarts House makeup looks. This is none other than Ravenclaw. I was super excited because my husband picked up these palettes for me. Of course, I'm a Hufflepuff, and they were sold out of Hufflepuff, so fuck my life, but whatever. So he got me Slytherin, Gryffindor, and today's focus, Ravenclaw. So today we used this Ulta X Harry Potter Ravenclaw palette, as well as the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Blue Blood palette. So if you guys haven't checked out my Hufflepuff look, the link will be right up here if you want to go check that one out. And let's jump into Ravenclaw. If you want to see how I did this look, stick around. Okay, so as you guys will know from my intro, today is obviously part 2 of our Hogwarts House makeup looks. I am going to be doing Ravenclaw. Obviously, if you know me, you know I'm not a Ravenclaw, but that's okay. I love me some Ravenclaws. This one will be going out to my mom and my best friend Holly, as they are both Ravenclaws, and they are both very distinctly Luna Lovegood Ravenclaws, in honor of the Ravenclaws that I love and all the other Ravenclaws. Today we're going to go ahead and do a Ravenclaw inspired look using the new Ravenclaw palette, which is part of the Ulta X Harry Potter collection that they recently released. I am going to go jump into my primers today, starting with my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer in the center of my face, and my Becca First Light Priming Filter for my under eye area. Alright, so for concealer today, I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape, and my shade is Fair Beige. Am I the only person who knows that picking at your skin is a bad idea, but you just can't help it? I think I got a silver hair special for this video. You're welcome, Ravenclaw. Okay, now I am all primed, concealed. Now it's time for the brows, so I'm going to jump off the camera really quick and do those. Okay, so now I've got my eyebrows on, and I don't know how or why. It is the consensus, I swear, in the entire beauty community that eyebrows are the most boring part of the makeup application process. It just is. We're moving on. So my eyebrows are now done. And before I jump into the eyeshadow, because I am not a Ravenclaw, I want to make sure that I get an idea of the colors I want to be working with. Obviously, we are going to be using this Ravenclaw palette from the Ulta Harry Potter collection, but I also grabbed my Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette because, of course, if you are conscious at all and interested in makeup whatsoever, you will know that this is a very iconic blue palette. So this one obviously has a ton of variation of blues, so in case I don't have exactly everything I need from this one, I will also be touching into this one. I don't have any other palettes that are, strictly speaking, a blue color scheme, so this is the one that I gravitate towards in case I need a little something extra outside of the Ulta palette. I know that ColourPop has a ton of monochromatic palettes, so I suppose if I owned one of those ones, then obviously I'd get that one here in the mix, but For today, it's gonna be Blue Blood and it's gonna be Ravenclaw Ulta, and we're gonna make it work. I also grabbed the Stila Magnificent Metal in the shade Diamond Dust. This one is a true silver shade, and so I grabbed that one also in case we need a little extra glitter, because we always need a little extra glitter. I will be using the Jeffree Star Magic Concealer in the shade C5 for my eyeshadow primer, because I do want something really bright and white, and this shit is as pasty as it gets. My ColourPop Pretty Fresh Concealer might be a little lighter than this, but I think for today I'm just gonna go with the Jeffree Star. I don't know, for consistency's sake. So, like I said, before we jump into this, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of Ravenclaw research on their color scheme, and also kind of get an idea of like the shape of the eye look that I want to do today based on like what their personality is as Ravenclaws. I think right off the top of my head, being an insanely obsessed Harry Potter fan, and I am. Obviously, the most iconic Ravenclaws are going to be, Cho Chang. Clearly, the girl who rejected Harry Potter will go down in infamy. Then we have, well, I just found out the other day that Moaning Myrtle was a Ravenclaw, so there's that. Nobody wants to own that girl. Gilderoy Lockhart, also a Ravenclaw. Interesting. He does not strike me as the super cunning, intelligent, intellectual type, but, hey, everybody's got the deceptive assholes in their house. Am I right? I'm gonna go ahead and just dig in, do a teeny little bit of research here, and give you guys an idea of what we will be doing today. Ravenclaw House values intelligence, creativity, learning, and wit. So I think we're all kind of like a little bit aware of that stuff. The house mascot is an eagle, and the house colors are blue and bronze. Now, it should be noted that they're blue and bronze in the book, and the house mascot in the book is an eagle. However, the filmmakers took creative liberty and changed the house colors in the movie to blue and silver, and the house mascot to a raven. I don't know, I guess they didn't think that people were intelligent enough to understand that eagles were smart, as opposed to ravens being part of the name Ravenclaw, because everyone's so simple. It says, during the books, the head of this house is the charms teacher, Professor Phileas Flitwick, and the house ghost is the Grey Lady, who, in case you are not obsessed with Harry Potter, is the daughter of the founder, Rowena Ravenclaw. So, the Grey Lady is Rowena Ravenclaw's daughter. Just a little bit of background. I think I want to do something. Obviously, we're going to do silver and blue so that we are keeping to the film interpretation of the colors. Although it should be noted that I am definitely a book reader / listener and would always prefer to adhere solely to what the books have to say, not the movie, because they are so wrong. But for today, we're going to go with the iconic blue and silver. You know, I think one of the issues that I'm noticing about the Harry Potter Ulta palette is that this palette does not have a deep blue matte shade. There is a deep blue here, but it is a shimmer. Not glittery necessarily, but a really pretty shimmer. I do really like the color, and I think I am inclined to use it, but this doesn't really work as a basis for a look because I do need a matte in a really dark blue. I'm just picturing like a really deep, almost navy kind of blue. So I will probably work with this color called Undertaker in the bottom corner of the Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette, sort of as my dark basis for this look. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyelids and use a synthetic brush to blend it out. Like I said, bright white. like I almost want to do a halo eye for this look. Let's begin. Okay, so since I'm going to do a halo eye, I'm going to start in with that Undertaker shade on the inside of my eyelid and the outside of my eyelid. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so now I have those two lines. I'm gonna go ahead and blend just the top together. Okay, I'm gonna go into another blending brush, one that is a little more precise. And I am going to go into the shade Natural right at the top. That is a matte kind of cream shade to just buff out the outer edges a little bit. Go ahead and recreate that on the other side. So next up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the crease a little higher up so that I can leave some of that deep blue up here. Okay, so I have cut the crease on this side to the shade I am looking for. So now I want to do is go in with a shade lighter on both sides of that cut crease. So I'm going to go into the shade Pixie right here in the middle in the Harry Potter palette. And that is definitely not as pigmented as I was hoping for. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with an even lighter shade of blue, which is going to be this top corner shade called Beaubaton. And then right down the center, I am gonna go in with this shade, Hedwig. And I think to help transition the shimmer over to the matte shade, I'm going to go in with this shade Twilight, which is that deepest shimmer shade in this palette. Okay, so you will see that I have gone back and forth and back and forth. The halo eye is super important to be blended on the top and the sides and all over. So I have used 5 shades to blend the outside really slowly from the center as the lightest shade, a little darker to the darkest shade on the outside. So I'm gonna go pray to the gods of makeup and attempt to do the other side. This side did turn out pretty well, so just hope to the gods of Harry Potter that I can make this side work. Okay, so I want you to know that this eye look has shaved off 10 years of my life. Oh, the blending. Oh, the blending. Okay, so I think as a last step right in the middle, I am going to take some of the Stila, just the teeniest little bit right down the center. Shockingly enough, I did not get glitter all over my face. So I don't want to touch it anymore because I'm scared to fuck it up. So let's quickly go on to the bottom lash line before I breathe too hard and mess up this eye look. I'm going to go in with this darkest shade in the Harry Potter palette called Twilight. And I am going to place that at the outer and inner corners of my eyes. I'm going to take a precise blending brush and sort of blend out the bottom. Next, I'm going to go ahead and do some mascara and some lashes and hopefully not fuck this up since it took me 7 hours to do. I'll be right back. Now I have got my lashes Big and Dramatic by Moxie Lashes. These are in the style Bossy. I have added a liquid lipstick. This is Posh Spice by Jeffree Star Cosmetics in their Velour liquid lipstick line. Honestly, the most comfortable liquid lipstick formula. Fight me. It's true. I had some audio technical issues, and so I have already put on blush and highlighter. I went ahead and used my Ace Beauty Blushed in Paradise palette in the lightest shade for my blush today. This one right down here. And for highlight, I used a combination of the Jeffree Star highlighter in Peach Goddess and the Tribe Volume 3 highlighter by Juvia's Place. The only additional things I did for the eyes while I was off camera was to add obviously some mascara, my CoverGirl Clump Crusher on the top with my falsies, and my Smashbox Superfan on the bottom. Additionally, I did add some extra glitter to the center. I'm sure you guys can see the light catches it pretty nicely. And this one is in Diamond Dust, the exact same one that I used in the center of my top eyelids. So I hope you guys like the way this look turned out. All my Ravenclaws, leave some pride down below, especially you, Mom and Holly. I know you're Ravenclaws. You better watch this video. So before you go, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment down below. Don't forget to tell me if you're a Ravenclaw or if you're excited for Gryffindor and Slytherin coming next. See you next time, witches.